I know for a lot of parents, when it comes to this, if their son or their daughter has been looking at pornography, one of the things that they're so trepidatious about is they don't know just how much they need to divulge about their own pornography past. I especially hear this from dads. They don't know how much to say, or if there's anything appropriate to say to their son or to their daughter about their own experiences with pornography, especially if they've been in a position where they've been in the trenches on this, and it's not just that they've seen it or by incidental seeing it. They've actually dove headfirst into this, and for perhaps years of their life were entrenched in this, and so they don't know how much of that they need to say.
Okay. Fabulous question, Luke. Because, and it's not just the men who we think, because I recently had a woman ask us, she says, my daughter's getting 14, 15 now, and she's starting to be interested in boys. We're talking about dating and boundaries sexually and all. And I just don't know how much I should tell her about my experience and where I made mistakes as a young teen. How much, is she going to look down on me for being honest about, did I sleep with a boy before I was out of high school and all this stuff, right? So I answer this right across the board for parents beyond pornography. But let's deal with it now in the context here. There's something about authenticity. You see, right now, to tell my son the things he needs to hear, or to tell my daughter the things she needs to hear and do, is a great thing, because you haven't had that discussion. And if you've done it before, good on you for having that discussion. But sometimes when you're 10-year-old seeing pornography, all of a sudden you better have a discussion that you haven't had possibly. And so right now, how honest you be, you say, son, this is a normal challenge that all men must face, because I'm pretending now it's, father to son. And then I would just say, and you know what? It's not just a battle that you faced, hon. I faced it as well when I was a young teen. A matter of fact, I love your dad, my dad, your grandpa, but to this day, my dad and I have never talked about sexuality, and I didn't have any coaching. And to be honest, son, I wish I would have talked to you sooner about that. And not blaming him, but I had no boundaries or parameters, and I started to get into watching videos, and I really believe I did a lot of damage looking at some of this kind of stuff. And I mean, you're not going to say, oh, I was addicted for 17 years. You don't have to get into all that you did and the kind of porn you looked at and everything, but you can just show identification that it's a journey, and you can even say, and this is some of the things that helped me get out of it. And why today, I'm walking free. And matter of fact, you might even say as a dad, and this is why there's, the covenant eyes on our computers is not just to protect you and the other kids. It's for me too, that I won't get tempted to look at something that's going to be a problem between your mom and I, because I want to have a pure marriage with your mom. And so this is a gift to your future wife, son, to make this stand now. And I made some mistakes in this area. And so I'm telling you from experience, pornography is not the answer, son. Well, you see, that way you haven't aggrandized the sin. You hadn't given pictures of all that you did and how bad you were, but you've acknowledged with authenticity, I regret it. I made mistakes. It wasn't good. Here's how I put it behind me. And son, I'm in this with you because I know what you're feeling.